It's an option. It's not a
Please call the
regulation.
roll.
I can't talk if you're yelling.
If it's unconstitutional, then
The mayor has just said that it's not going to be enforced until the courts have said it. The mayor, as the presiding officer,
I'm going to ask, listen, we've heard you. I'm going to ask that you hear the city councilors now.
How much money is it
Go
gonna
ahead.
cost?
Vote on the damn
until you
thing.
hear from the federal court.
Yeah, you're still gonna pass it around here, you
I
literally.
know.
Vote on it.
All right, I'll just keep talking so maybe the people at home can listen. Because, as I said on the last item, that people are not coming to city council chambers because they are afraid of being abused. They're
Sit down. This is your warning that if you continue to disrupt the city council, you will be removed and you could be arrested. This is your warning.
The Oregon Constitution says that freedom of speech and of expression should not be
Article 27.
should not be designed in every. The Constitution of the United States of Oregon says that every person shall be responsible for the abuse thereof. And what's happening right now is an abuse of free speech rights. Some fish.
You, David.
You Daly?
I'd like the opportunity to speak if the people here are willing to allow that.
Don't sell us out. We kinda like you.
Well, a little patience. You don't have a.
Please let the commissioner speak. You've had time. It's her time.
Just vote.
I know we've been. Mr.
Mr.
Walsh,
Walsh,
I'd
please,
stop
let her speak.
interrupting me.
Vote.
Can you deal with him?
Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. Run away, Joe. Look back. Let Joe Wall speak. The ruling.
No,
Let
no,
Joe
this is,
speak.
no,
Let
this
Joe
is the
speak.
time for the
Let
city
Joe
council to
speak.
speak.
Let Joe speak.
Speak, please. I'd like to hear what she has to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
We know what she's gonna say. Stop.
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So, several years ago, I took a really great writing class from Christopher Rose at PCC. It was taught seminar style. It was a student-led discussion. There were some simple rules. Come to the class prepared to participate in the discussion. That requires that you do the reading. The other rule was if you dominate the conversation, you lose points and your grade goes down. As someone who clearly enjoys talking a lot, although I would argue we don't collectively do most of the talking that goes on in this room. That was a really important lesson for me, and it really kind of reset my baseline for participation in group discussions. The city needs to do a better job providing the public with the information they need to make informed decisions and come to this council and provide meaningful commentary on our policies and the work we're doing on behalf of the public. The city also needs to do a better job giving the public opportunities to meaningfully participate and contribute to this work. And I do want to commend the mayor for setting up town halls and for starting these listening sessions. And that's no small thing. We often are working 10, 12 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week. There is never enough time to finish everything. And there's often not enough time to take a moment to communicate to all of you what we are doing, which is clear to me today because of the fact that so many of you have said things that are absolutely untrue. And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you are not being intentionally provocative, that you truly believe the things that you're saying. But I want to let you know that you are misinformed on some of the things that you're talking about. The income restriction that I'm trying. I need you to listen in order to do that. So, city council sessions are not town halls, and that's how they're being treated right now. They're limited public forums, and they're not adequate for the public to be truly heard. So I'm committed to increasing those opportunities. That said, the public needs to come to council having done their homework. You can be smug about it, but it's not useful for you guys to come here and scream at us about things that are untrue or that we're actually doing. It's a waste of everyone's time, including yours. Okay, respectfully participate in the discussions and not drown out the voices of others. I'm not nearly as concerned with my voice as I am with the voices out here that a couple handfuls of you are drowning out. I don't know why you've decided that your voices are more important than anyone else who comes to this chamber to give testimony. You are interrupting me, and you are an example of what I'm talking about. So thank you for illustrating my point.
Let her speak.
Sell out.
If you've done your homework on me, you would know that I'm a former homeless teenager. You would know that my nephew was killed in an officer-involved shooting. You would know that I've been an activist for the past 25 years, and it's my own experience of excessive force and police brutality that galvanized my commitment to activism and led me to where I am right now. You would know that I'm devoting all the resources I possibly can from my office to deal with homelessness and our housing crisis. You would know that police accountability and use of force is a primary concern to me. Is this working? And this is probably not going to be appreciated by my colleagues, but I will vote no on the $2 million for practice ammunition. You would know that I've demonstrated a firm commitment to upholding and advancing our civil rights, including freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, and freedom to peacefully protest. And you would know that my office has been open and inviting to all of you, and I don't think anyone sitting here can say otherwise. The fact that I can't single-handedly and immediately satisfy your demands does not mean that we're not listening to you. However, the disruptive, disrespectful, and toxic discourse that has become the norm at our city council sessions are creating a hostile work environment for us and for our staff. It is keeping the council from doing the public's work in a timely fashion. It is wasting public dollars, and it is discouraging and preventing participation by other community members.
Show me the data.
It is at times undermining my efforts on the very issues you are here to passionately represent. I signaled last week that I could not support the emergency ordinance as is, given the concerns brought forward by the ACLU. The ACLU has not yet offered us reasonable or viable alternative to this ordinance. And the fact that what goes into effect today only serves to define what the disorderly conduct is, it actually narrows it. It restricts us more than it restricts you. And the second piece will not go into effect until or unless it's found to be constitutional.
Extend the decision then. Extend.
We need to restore civil discourse to our council sessions. And I'm going to skip this part. I vote aye.
I want my vote back.
Sell
I
out.
want
All
my
right,
vote
the
back.
ordinance is adopted. Next
I want my vote back.
Sell out.
Betrayal.
Sell out.
Item 256, authorize a contract with the lowest responsive bidder for construction of the Southwest 45th Avenue and Fano Creek Culvert Replacement Project.
No exclusion for the people. No exclusion for the people. No shame on
This was a
Folks,
second reading.
Shame on you. And you will.
So here's what we're gonna do. We've been